Good evening, everybody. It's your favorite aspiring classicist here, a wandering author, reminding you that we are all the authors of our own lives. As always, my message remains the same. Spend less, live more, earn your freedom with frugality. And tonight, we're going to be going over Chapter 5 of Book 9 of Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. And in this one, he goes over goodwill, which is a component or element of friendly feeling. He opens up the chapter by saying, "Goodwill appears to be an element of friendly feeling, but it is not the same thing as friendship, for it can be felt towards strangers, and it can be unknown to its object, whereas friendship cannot. But that has been discussed already. Neither is goodwill the same as affection, for it has no intensity, nor does it include desire, but these things are necessarily involved in affection. Also, affection requires intimate acquaintance, whereas goodwill may spring up all of a sudden, as happens for instance in regard to the competitors in a contest. The spectators conceive goodwill and sympathy for them, though they would not actively assist them, for as we said, their goodwill is a sudden growth, and the kindly feeling is only superficial. Goodwill seems therefore to be the beginning of friendship, just as the pleasure of the eye is the beginning of love. No one falls in love without first being charmed by beauty, but one may delight in another's beauty without necessarily being in love. Ain't that the truth? One is in love only if one longs for the beloved when absent, and eagerly desires his presence. Similarly, men cannot be friends without having conceived mutual goodwill, though well-wishers are not necessarily friends. So, goodwill is an element of friendship. It's not the same thing as friendship, though. Just like liking someone else's beauty is an element of love, but that is not the same thing as love. They merely desire the good of those whose well-wishers they are, and would not actively assist them to attain it, nor be put to any trouble on their behalf. So you can wish someone well without wanting to actively do anything for them. And a real friend would want to put forth some effort for you. Hence, extending the meaning of the term friendship, we may say that goodwill is inoperative friendship, which it continues and reaches the point of intimacy, may become friendship proper. Not the sort of friendship whose motive is utility or pleasure, for these do not arouse goodwill. Goodwill is indeed rendered in return for favors received, but this is merely the payment of a due, or debt. And that desire for another's welfare, which springs from the anticipation of favors to come, does not seem really to show goodwill for one's benefactor, but rather for oneself, just as to court a man for some interested motive is not friendship. Speaking generally, true goodwill is aroused by some kind of excellence or moral goodness. It springs up when one person thinks another beautiful, or brave, or the like, as in the case we mentioned of competitors in a contest. Okay, and that right there is Chapter 5. Tomorrow we're going to go over concord, which is another element of friendly feeling. What are y'all doing in order to inspire, uplift, and empower your local community today? Because this world isn't changing unless we all do our part. And you can count on me to pronounce my words right in the future. No, you can count on me to do my part daily. Until next time, I love y'all.